I was feeling under the weather a few weeks ago, so I decided to take some time off work and stay at home to recover. As I was sitting on the toilet, scrolling through TikTok, I heard the doorbell ring, and when I'm at home and someone unexpectedly rings the doorbell, it always causes a bit of stress for me because more often than not, it's someone trying to sell things or religious beliefs. The doorbell rang again, so I quickly got up and washed my hands. When I made my way to the front door, I looked through the peephole. It's the police? What the? I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes and wait for the green light before I cross the road. Did I do something wrong? Has something happened to my girlfriend? So I opened up the door and I must have looked like the most confused person ever because the police officer immediately said,
Hey, you don't have to worry. The thing is that something has happened on the street outside and I would like to ask you a few questions if that's okay.
I've never experienced this before. Should I invite them in? I've been cooped up sick in my apartment for the last couple of days and I had just taken a shit. So it's not like I want the police officer to come in and smell all that. So I just answer, oh really? Yes, I don't mind answering your questions, but I've been homesick for the last couple of days, so it's not like I'm sounding less suspicious.
No worries. We can talk by the door. Could you just get me your identification?
Absolutely. So I go and get my wallet, and on the way I pass my mirror where I notice that I'm wearing gray sweatpants and a gray hoodie. The police come to my door and I just happen to wear the exact same clothes as your average convict. So I tell the police officer this and she laughs and scans my ID. The officer continued to ask me if I had heard or seen anything during the morning. So I told her about my day and she took notes. But since I had been sitting by the computer with my headphones on, I wasn't especially helpful. So after the questions, I asked her what had happened, but all she could tell me was that something had happened in the apartment building. That just piqued my interest. After the police officer went, I continued my suspicious way of acting and ran to my window and pressed my face against the glass to try and see what had happened. But the only thing I could see was 5 police cars scattered in front of the apartment building. So I just gave up and sat down by the computer again. But now some time has passed and I have found out what had happened. On the bottom floor of my apartment building there's a few small stores. You know, the kind of stores where they somehow manage to stay open despite never having any customers. And apparently 2 armed perpetrators decided to go into one of these stores, tie up the employees and rob them of their car keys and phones before fleeing the scene. The police was alerted and came to the scene and helped the employees. Luckily no one was hurt during this encounter. Our next story for the night. People who watches the whole video but doesn't like and subscribe. That's right, I'm standing here with the viewer. Is it true that you watched the entire video and didn't like or subscribe?